Hi, hello and welcome to Explainwallah, an exclusive section run by LearnStroke IAS classes by Arjun, and I am Arjun R Shankar. In the days to come, the future, the humanity and civilization, everybody is going to clash in the name of water. That is the scarcity that we have. So that is the reason why blue elixir is so pristine. And here in India, every day in newspapers and television, we see the farmers protesting on the streets, especially from Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Why are they all protesting? They're all protesting in the name of Cauvery River. Because Tamil Nadu claims they want this much water and Karnataka says we want this much of water. So what is this Cauvery River water dispute? What is the history behind this? Why are the farmers actually fighting in the name of this? And what is Sir Henry Griffin's court of arbitration? Let's find out all these answers in this Explainwallah. The river Cauvery is often called as the Ganga of the South. You know, there is an important reason why we call it as the Ganga of the South, because it feeds millions of farmers' life, where most of the southern Indian states treat it as a lifeline. It supports a lot of farming activities and irrigation activities. So that's why it's called the lifeline. And before we go into the dispute of Cauvery, let's get some basics right on this. And the river Cauvery rises in the Talakaveri in the Brahmagiri ranges of Western Ghats in the Kodagu district of Karnataka. So after originating in the Karnataka, it passes through Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry before draining into the Bay of Bengal. So when you look at the total watershed, it's close to over 81,000 square kilometer, in which you can see that almost the total river catchment areas, when you look at it, almost 34,000 square kilometer goes to Karnataka, and almost 2,800 square kilometer goes to Kerala, and the rest of the 44,000 plus square kilometer goes to Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. So this is roughly the river catchment areas, a size which will give you an idea that it definitely passes through Kerala, so Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Pondicherry before it goes to the Bay of Bengal. So when you talk about the river water dispute, simply understand the water endlessly goes through that. And when the water goes through that, definitely it passes through different states. And obviously, it's actually called a riparian state, which means that riparian state simply means that the places which are actually on the banks of the river. So when the water goes through, say Tamil Nadu people depend on the water and they say that we need this much of water to sustain this much of farming. And it goes to Karnataka. Again, Karnataka say that we also need this much of water to solve this many problems. So what happens is, since 1800s, almost 1890s, this is not so new. Even in the 1890s, there was a sharing agreement by which all the important states used to get water. But the problem is, the amount of water that they have to release to each state is actually the controversial issue. Tamil Nadu will never comply to what Karnataka believes in this. So it is actually the amount of water which they have to release. The controversy and the problem and the dispute rises in the amount of water which they have to release. So in short, this is the river water dispute, because Karnataka is not agreeing to Tamil Nadu's water release amount, and Tamil Nadu vice versa is also not agreeing to Karnataka's demand. So it's a hot topic, and the real hotness can be really seen in the year 2012 when the then Prime Minister of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh, had given a directive that Karnataka should give 9,000 cusecs of water to Tamil Nadu, which Karnataka did not approve. So that was a big time turning point in 2012 when they rejected. And the recent controversial issue is the September 21 recently, when the Supreme Court said that we will not intervene in this matter. We will not intervene in this matter, and we are upholding the Cauvery Water Management Authority's verdict that Karnataka should give at least 5,000 cusecs of water to Tamil Nadu for 15 days. This is something what Supreme Court said. Again, the farmers are on the streets protesting in the name of Cauvery and boycotting each other's important things. So why Karnataka is objecting to this point right now is they say that we have a drought-like situation. Take the case of July, August. We are completely having a deficit rainfall, and we do not have the proper backup that we used to have. And it's very difficult for us to give water to Tamil Nadu. But on the other side, look at Tamil Nadu. More than 30 lakh acres of farmland is actually dependent on the water from Cauvery. There are so many farmers, and this is very vital even for their important crop, the Kuruvai crop. So look at the people, the Tamil people and the Karnataka people. So this is the recent issue, and in which Supreme Court of India has also intervened. Before you want to understand the Cauvery dispute, it's very important that you go into the historical aspect of that. When you go into the history, that you can actually rewind into the times of 1890s during the British time, when it was erstwhile Madras Presidency and the Kingdom of Mysore. As you can see that Madras Presidency was much more influential, but that was a time when Mysore always felt that the river water sharing and the amount of water that we used to get always went in favor of the Madras Presidency, because Madras Presidency was much more powerful and the Kingdom of Mysore. So there were small disputes in sharing the water, but the biggest thing happened in 1910. 1910 was the year when Mysore wanted to construct a dam in the Cauvery River, and that was the Kannambadi dam that they wanted to construct on the Cauvery River. And the Kannambadi is what is the previously called as the Kannambadi Cut, which was now later on called as the KRS or Krishnaraja Sagar Dam, and they wanted to construct it. Madras people did not have any problem in that, but still they had some objections. But Madras people said, we also wanted to construct a dam on the Cauvery River. So simultaneously their plannings went, and when the Mysore wanted to go into the second phase of the dam construction, Madras opposed to this thing and said that this is not possible, you cannot divert the water. So there was a big crisis that happened in the 1900s, and that was finally solved due to a British intervention, and that is when Sir Henry Griffin's Court of Arbitration was created. Sir Henry Griffin came into the scene, and he actually came into an agreement whereby he created almost 10 different clauses, and in 1924 created a very strong agreement for 50 years. So once it was signed for 50 years, what happened was almost 75% of the water was supposed to go in favor of Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, and rest of the 23% would go to Karnataka, and the rest of few percent will go to Kerala, which was then Travancore, the Kingdom of Travancore. So this was the historical Sir Henry Griffin's Court of Arbitration. And again, after independence, what really happened was Karnataka refused to accept, and they said, we do not believe in any of the pre-independent negotiations and terms and treaties. We do not believe in that. We need a fresh enumeration where we should get more water. So this is the historical aspect of the Cauvery River water dispute. So the next important thing is Cauvery Water Dispute Tribunal. You know, years of negotiations have failed, just like we have seen from 1890s. The states have been continuously negotiating, and continuous negotiations have failed. And the most important year was 1990, when the Supreme Court of India established this Cauvery Water Dispute Tribunal to kindly come up with a solution. And again, negotiations went for almost 16 years. When another important verdict for the time came in 2007, when they came up with a new formula of river water sharing, by which they almost said almost 41% of the water will go to Tamil Nadu, and 27% of water will go to Karnataka, 12% to Kerala, and almost 7.68% to Puducherry. Again, the negotiations continued, and the people, you know, whenever you have water sharing, who doesn't like water? You always have this problem. So this was the Cauvery Water Dispute Tribunal. Also, let's interestingly find out some of the important dams that are actually situated on this. So just an information feed for all. And the most important ones are the Harangi and the Hemavati dams, which are actually constructed on the Harangi and Hemavati rivers. And in Karnataka, and again the Krishnaraja Sagar Dam, which is actually the downstream of these two dams, again in Karnataka. And the Kabini Reservoir, which is actually constructed on the Kabini River, which is actually a tributary of the Cauvery River. And the Mettur Dam, which is actually constructed on the Cauvery River, which is actually in Tamil Nadu. So some of the important dams that you can really see in this regard. And why is the 2018 Supreme Court judgment very important in this Cauvery water dispute? Because the 2018 Supreme Court judgment was an important judgment because Supreme Court unanimously made the judgment and cut down, decrease the annual release of water from Karnataka. They actually decreased the annual water release of Karnataka from almost 192,000 million cubic feet to almost 170. And it also reduced the input and reverse the system of Tamil Nadu also. So apart from that, the most important thing being Cauvery Water Management Authority was actually created on this regard. And that is the reason why the most recent Supreme Court verdict said that we will not, have a judgment on this. We are upholding the Cauvery Water Management Authority's decision. So there are many Supreme Court's decision regarding that. I think now we have a complete idea of what the historical reason is, where Cauvery is located, and what are the reasons why they are actually in a split, why the farmers are getting split. But whatever be the things, in a country like India, especially water is a universal thing, everybody needs water. It's high time that we find solutions for all this. Let all the citizens get equal access and fair, equitable access of water so that our farmlands and our farmers and the citizens of India really prosper on that.